Oh God, that's really loud.
Go for it.
Hey, everybody. I think you should keep that in.
I will.
You know what time it is.
Just break into it. I like
Right?
that.
That was good.
Yeah,
That was good. Welcome to Do It Like Danny. Growing up, that's who I love to go watch and see. And that is
I have a little thing where I'll date an uggo.
right? My energy is not of someone who's in their 50s.
Yeah.
My energy is someone who's, maybe in their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. As you can see, I have a lot of energy today. I'm getting my energy back since, I was sick this past couple of weeks. But it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. Welcome back, Lil Lou.
Hello.
My cousin. For those of you this is your first time watching, there may be a few of you. I did meet some people, and they say they're gonna watch, but
You never know.
That's like those people that say, "Oh, I'm gonna tip you," right?
Yeah.
If you tell me, it means you're probably not gonna do it, right?
Nope.
So what I will say is, my name is Danny, and I do it like Danny every single day of my life. I worked in television for many years, and I did many, many things, and I wear many, many, many hats. In addition to that, I never wanted to do this. But you know who convinced me? My cousin Louie.
That's right.
My cousin Louie is on my mother's side, and that's how we are related. And the reason why I bring that up is because we're going to refer to Louie, we're going to refer to many people that have been in my life as I do it like Danny every single day. So, last week, we talked about, we hit a little bit about Coachella, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do a quick hit today on Coachella because I'm sure some of you have seen, and by the time this show airs, it's going to be all over the news.
Or maybe some people have gone.
Oh, that's true. So there's bullet points. Boop, 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 boop. First of all, the campers were subjected to a hurricane.
Yep.
Did you see that?
Hurricane winds, yeah.
Right? That was crazy. I was like, oh my God. And then people were like commenting and saying, oh my God, hello, have you never heard of stakes? Right?
Yeah.
Have you never heard of, and I felt so bad for those people. There's so many videos and like, my stuff as it like takes off.
Spins in the air and lands somewhere else.
I was like, wow, that's crazy. The big thing though I wanted to bring up was, and I don't know if this is a big thing because, I'm older, right? And growing up, that's who I love to go watch and see. And that is Madonna. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, Sabrina Carpenter, who sings Espresso, right?
Yep.
Sabrina Carpenter, who sings Espresso, actually did a Vogue, not remake, but she sang Vogue, and Madonna was there.
Oh, she showed up last night?
She showed up.
I missed that. I fell asleep.
So she showed up. And the internet went wild, right? So
As it does.
A couple of things. So, Sabrina's younger, and Madonna's always been known for, nominating and bringing younger talent. Perfect example. She opened up the Video Music Awards with Britney and Christina Aguilera.
Very long time ago.
She walked out there a very long time ago.
Very
was
long
that
time
the,
ago.
1975? Yeah. Poor MTV doesn't even exist anymore.
No, it doesn't.
And, for you young kids, she came out and she had a lesbian kiss.
With both of them.
With both of them, right? And it was insane. But like, oh my God, Madonna's so crazy. She's so innovative, right? Like, kissing girls was invented by Madonna.
Yeah.
It was not, just so you know. But it wasn't invented by me either. And so that was a big thing. So Madonna's always been known for her, cutting edge and headline grabbing actions.
Is that why you still like her? Because you're kind of like that?
Oh, that's a good question, Louie. Oh my God. I mean, listen, I'm no Madonna.
No, you're not.
Right, I'm no Madonna.
But you can be a pre-Madonna. You heard it here first.
God, how's my lighting? Oops, did my outside voice come out? My goodness.
Oh, man.
I think what I've always loved about Madonna, while some people may love her music, some people may not. Some people think that she's a terrible singer. She's not a great singer, right? She's not like Lady Gaga.
She's more of an entertainer, I've always felt like.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. If you've ever been to a Madonna concert, that is the number one thing. I've been to every single concert, and she puts on, it's almost like a Broadway show. It literally goes from point A to point B, and what I've always loved about Madonna is she will take her music and she will remix it.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't get those remixes.
No.
It's like under lock and key. And I've always loved that about her because if you watch some of her shows and concerts, there's always an underlying social message.
Yeah.
She's always been that way. And what I love about her, too, is she always has her thumb on the pulse of, you know, is this going to be hot with electronic? Is this going to be hot with, right? And Sabrina Carpenter is hot.
Yeah.
She's a great singer. I don't know if I can compare her to Aguilera. I haven't seen her in concert, so I don't really know.
She's also a good entertainer.
She is a very good entertainer, and I don't know, like, have you seen her Coachella set?
I saw last week I watched a little bit of it, and I remember when she first popped up, I thought she looked too much like a Barbie doll, and that's not really my style. It's kind of creepy too.
Okay.
But the more I watch her, the more I enjoy her, and she very is much like a Madonna-esque. She does use a lot of sexuality to kind of push her songs, push her image, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, it works.
So then that fortifies my point, which is Madonna had her thumb on the pulse, and she knew exactly who to reach out to and who to collaborate with.
Yeah.
So she came out last night for Coachella.
I'm going to have to watch that now.
And she did, but so you didn't see it, right?
I didn't. I missed it.
Well, I think Madonna's like...
Has she aged out? That was my next question I was going to ask you.
I will say this. What I noticed, you know, working in the business, what I did notice was as I was watching Sabrina and Madonna, although they mimicked the same movements, Madonna looked like she needed a cane. Yeah.
No.
And I'm not saying that like in a mean way.
Yeah.
She was very cautious of every step.
Oh, yeah.
She was looking around. I don't feel that she kind of focused that much on the performance. And the vocals just weren't super strong. But in all fairness, Madonna's vocals have never been strong.
No.
I was surprised that they didn't do that much of a remix. The song was Vogue, which they walked out to. But I noticed, again, Sabrina came down the stairs. They came down dual staircases. Sabrina on one side, Madonna on the other side.
Okay.
And Sabrina came down the stairs, right? In heels and a big feather costume. And Madonna, well, the dancers, everybody had a hand.
Oh.
Everybody had a hand. They kept reaching out to her until she got to the very bottom platform. And then she sat on the platform and did a few yoga poses. And then she kind of got up. But when she got up, it was like, it looked like... you know what I mean? It looked like, oh, girl, you need a little assistance.
I mean, if that's the case, stay on top of the stairs and hold up that I've always been at the top.
Okay,
you know?
Or pull a Mariah Carey and let people push you around.
Yeah.
I mean, people, if you've ever been to I went to a Mariah Carey concert a few years ago, and she was like, we belong together, right? And she was being pushed everywhere.
Yeah.
And, she's, listen, when you get older, you gain a few pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And so those dancers were like, you could see in their eyes, like, oh my God, I have to lift this every single night.
Sweating.
Yeah, they were sweating. And I touch on this real quick, not to like digress, but like on the Mariah Carey one, it was, up close and personal.
Yeah.
She literally walked down the 3 stairs into the audience and she's like, I love being so close to all of you. Turned around and walked right back up.
Yeah.
Right? And that was the extent of it. There's also video footage of Mariah getting wheeled in the lobby because she comes from the back at one point. Yeah. Anyways.
So would you say it's a little sad? Just to kind of see maybe somebody that you revered so much, you love their music, and now you're like, maybe it's time we retire or we do a little less. Maybe we stay away from the younger because it's starting to show that you're not so young anymore.
And I agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I fight with all my wrinkles. I mean, I'm in my 50s. I'm an older person. And do I put shoe polish in my hair? Absolutely. Because I'm not there yet, right? My energy is not of someone who's in their 50s.
Yeah.
My energy is someone who's, maybe in their 20s or 30s.
Yeah. No, it definitely is.
But I'm not like, I'm not there yet, right? And God, I hope.
I don't think you ever will be, personally. I think you're going to be a spry older gentleman.
I'm going to be Madonna, aren't I? Oh, God. But, listen, to wrap it all up, because we got to get on with what we have. We have a lot of great things to say on today's show. You're going to go home and watch Coachella. We'll revisit this again next week. Maybe Madonna will be already home at that point after walking.
Yeah.
But the reason why today's show is even existing and happening, and we have a special guest today.
We're
so excited. We do have a special guest. Well, you'll find out.
Okay.
You'll find out.
All right.
I don't want to give it all away, so stay tuned, right? All right. So the reason why today's episode is titled, what is it going to be titled? I'll Move My Lips.
Autism.
And then, so you and I were talking.
Yes.
And we were talking about, like, what should we do for this week's show? And, Cousin Angelo, may he rest in peace.
God
no,
bless
I'm just kidding.
him.
He's here. Cousin Angelo hooked me up with the Netflix subscript, and I was like, so I've just been like
Catching up,
like to different things, and like I'm not a big Netflix watcher.
Okay. Why aren't you a big Netflix watcher? Because I've been since it's dropped.
So I think the reason why I'm not such a big Netflix subscriber or like person that's like, oh, that's my first go-to, while they have a lot of content, you get invested in something and then they cancel it.
Yeah. But I think that's because that was like their old model.
Yeah.
Now it seems like they're pushing a little bit further. For instance, the show we're about to talk about, I believe, bringing up, is 4 seasons deep. And normally, Netflix goes about 3 seasons. And certain shows, like Stranger Things, has been 5 seasons. So it really just depends on how many people are watching and how much money they're getting back through those watches.
And I didn't interrupt
No,
you,
it's okay.
but so the template for Netflix was always like nothing past season 2, number 1. And the reason why is because even if the show was like winning awards and it was making them money, at the end of the day, once you got into a season 3, 4, and 5, you were no longer making money, right? The way that they were making money hand over fist seasons 1, season 2, because the storylines develop. They're deeper. They want to film on location. We're going to go to Paris. That's expensive. We're going to add more characters to the cast. That's expensive. We want to tell this person's story in more detail. That's expensive. That means more sets, more locations, more crew. And guess what? Now that you've had the same reoccurring character, well, there's got to be a bump, and they want their money, right?
Correct.
So then they were just like, well, it's just easier for us to cancel it because Netflix is global. They've got Netflix Australia, UK, like you name it, and they have shows that they are just
Pounding
template,
out.
copy, boom, let's rebrand it and retheme it. 2 seasons, it's out.
Yeah.
So, but you're right. I have noticed that, like, perfect example. I was gonna say Traders. That's not. That's a peacock. But like what you mentioned before, like even Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's gone on to season 4. I think they got picked up for season 5, and the show we're about to talk about just got picked up for season 5.
Thank God.
So that's right, because we're so invested now. And so, like I was saying before, it is about autism, and the reason why is because I'm wearing my autism purple, my autism awareness color, and that's totally by a mistake. No, I'm just kidding. No. The reason why this topic came up between Louie and I is because we were talking on the phone, and I said to him, "Oh my God, I just binge watched Love on the Spectrum," and the final episode of season 4, I was crying.
But why?
I think because I was so invested in all of the characters in terms of the reality portion of it that, like, I was like, oh my God, wait, they're just like us, right?
What made you want to watch the show? Because I have my own reasons, so I want to know what yours are.
I'm trying to think of a better way to describe this. We all love car crashes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I was expecting a car crash. I was expecting to see people that were stereotypical, right? We talk about autism, and I'm not super well versed in this,
Me
but
neither.
I've been exposed to it. I think that people generalize and go to, oh, they're awkward, they have tics, it's uncomfortable,
Yes.
right? And I wanted to see what they were about. And after season 1, I was like, wow, this was really good. Like, I love the way that they highlighted it. I love the way they showed it. And I love that, although, yes, television exploits them, they exploited them, but I feel like they did a really good job at telling the stories.
Correct.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. And the reason, can I just say my piece?
Yes.
So the reason why I started watching shows like that, I have a friend, and my friend has 2 kids who are autistic. I kind of wanted to know what his life was like. Because, you can ask somebody and they can tell you, but you really don't understand. And so I've watched a couple, documentaries about autism. And then when this show came on, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I want to see what it's all about. And I love the aspect of it. I like the characters. I like how they're all trying to look for love. And they're so innocent about it. Right?
Yep.
I mean, you follow them, and it's just it's very elementary. Like, oh, you like green? I like green. Let's hang out. And it's like, why can't we all be like that?
Exactly. And so right now, the reason why this is so poignant for me is because I'm not going to lie. Like, I would like a regular.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Moving here to Montecito has been beautiful and
It's
wonderful
time.
and fantastic. But it's a little isolated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, there's a gay community, but there's not a lot of them out here, right? You know,
Or they're hidden.
People are acres away, and it makes life a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm getting older, and I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of, who's going to host, and what are you into, and do you spank, and do you spit, and you know what I mean? I just want to meet someone, and, like, I want somebody to make me laugh.
Yeah.
I'm a highly emotional person,
Yeah.
and I require a lot of emotion, right? I can admit that about myself. So the person that I would be compatible with is someone that's going to also probably have a high level of emotion.
Yeah.
Because if I meet someone that is not at the level in terms of what I emotionally need, then they're going to be like, oh, God, this is way too much, right? And I'm not too much.
Yeah.
You just need to find someone that's enough for you. And
Yes.
that's okay. I get it. There's a lid for every single pot. But I am getting a little bit older, just a little bit. And I would like to find something a little bit more permanent.
Yeah.
So I think when I watched it the first time, I was like, oh, my God, like they struggle just like the rest of us struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But just to fortify what you said, when they wrap it up and like you said, they said, oh, I like green. Oh, I like green. And okay, let's go hang out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, God, it's so easy.
Easy.
Right? And also, I will make this statement. I also feel that, like, well, although people with autism are exploited like that, I think that we all have autism.
In what way?
I think everybody has a level of autism in them. I believe, though, that some people are just better at hiding it than others.
Interesting.
Right? We all have our quirks. Some people call it, anxiety, right? And I feel like maybe that's a form of autism. I feel that anything that goes against the norm or that's not technically in the norm, and I don't like to use that word because, I'm a homosexual. So there's really nothing norm about me.
Uh-huh.
But I just, I try not to generalize it. I try to, look through everything. And that's part of it. It's like I'm looking for a relationship, and it's kind of helped me like dumb it down, because the gays nowadays are like, oh my God, do you like to hike? Like that's like the big thing.
Hiking?
Do you hike? Do you hike?
It's LA, that's why.
Right? Which basically means you want to go in the forest and have sex. I mean, when you translate.
Can I get your hand job by the trees?
Yeah, thank you. Hello, that's a squirrel. Well, let's shoot it, right? Like,
With
ew.
what?
Exactly. The gays have lost the art of dating. Now they have sex and then like, oh, I think we should have a second date.
Bye. Or yeah.
Or you're like, that was good. You're tasting the milk before you've had a chance to tour the farm.
Yeah.
Which kills it.
Kind of,
right?
yeah. I understand what you mean.
Like, I think the internet has ruined it.
Yeah.
I think the Grindr has ruined it. I think all those apps have ruined it, because now you've made it into, well, I can just order it like I order Chinese food. And that's not the way that it should be, because the world is a buffet.
Yeah. and you miss out that experience of sitting next to somebody face to face and just asking questions. And people don't like to do that anymore. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is. And so what I've done is I've dumbed down some of the things that like normally I'm like, that's a, if the person's nice to me and the person makes me laugh, that's my two things. That's my stepping off point.
Got it.
I'll work with everything else. I don't care if you're fat or skinny, although I do prefer chubby.
Really?
I prefer thicker. I like thicker. Yeah.
So you like to grab?
Yeah, I mean, no offense. Like when you sleep with some of these skinny people, it's like, ow, is that your elbow? Like, is that a rib?
Is that your elbow or your dick?
Oh my God.
That
Ew.
hurts.
It's like, is that your rib?
I do like a little bit of meat, but I can go either way. Like, I don't have a preference. It's just more or less, the way I look at it is, can I look at you and stare at you while I want to have sex with you? And then am I enjoying it with you? Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
I like facial features and like how, not pretty, I guess, but are you attractive?
Oh,
Yes.
So for me, it's like, it's a little bit deeper. Like, I don't want to say like, I don't care what you look like. I mean, there has to be some sort of aesthetic to it. I think I'm definitely about teeth. Like,
Oh, okay.
Like nice teeth.
Yeah.
You know, but again, the biggest thing is if you can make me laugh.
Laughing, yeah. If you have a good personality.
Oh my God! If
Best.
you can make me laugh, then that's 98% of it. Like I don't care how big or little the appendages are. I don't honestly because you do.
No, I was gonna say, I have a little thing where I'll date an uggo.
Oh my God, that's so mean. You can't say it. Can you say uggo?
Well, I don't mean it in a sense where I think that they're ugly. I actually kind of like that imperfection. So if there's a scar, if there's a little bit of muffin top, it's more like how cute are you on the inside? That's what I kind of dig, and I can kind of look past certain things that other people may be like, ugh, like no, it's like, is she cool? Are they cool? How do we connect?
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, and that to me kind of brings out the prettiness that I was kind of talking about. I'm like, I can actually hang out with this person, and we can actually go there. So.
That's a very good point. I like that. But getting back to our love on the spectrum, and the reason why we're actually doing this show to begin with is because when we were talking about it, going back and forth, and I thought, God, do I know anybody?
Do you?
I do.
Oh.
And you know what's so funny that it didn't. Here's the reason why it didn't immediately come to my head, right?
Yeah.
Because it's easy for people to say, oh, I have a gay friend, I have a black friend, I have a Chinese friend, I have a Japanese friend. Like, and you know automatically who your go-to is, right? But when this came up and we were talking and we were like, oh my God, we love on the Spectrum. Oh my God, season 4, I'm crying like a little bitch in the corner. Like, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, these poor kids. Like, oh God, they struggle like the rest of us. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to talk about this, right? And I was like, well, you know, it's always about me. But in this instance, you know, I don't know what it's like to live with autism. Although, again, I think that I think we all have a little bit of autism, but some of us are better at hiding it. Either maybe medication or maybe something else. But, you know, and it took me a moment. And the reason why it took me a moment to think of this particular person is because I don't see him that way.
Yeah.
I don't see him that way. And I know he always will make it. Well, I'm autistic. I'm on the spectrum, right? He as like you know, the same. I feel like he does that the same way that I used to always make fun of myself first.
So
being fat, because that disarms everybody.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it didn't even dawn on me until we were talking, and I was like, "Who do I know? Who do I know?" And then I went, "Oh my God, I totally know somebody." And he's been in my life for a very long time, ever since he was 12.
Oh wow.
He's a wonderful friend. I know his mother. We took exercise classes together.
Okay.
He's a wonderful kid. I will always call him a kid, even though now he's 25 years old. But I think that it's time for the world to meet my very good friend. And I won't be Darnella and say my gay friend Danny. I'm going to say my friend Dominic.
Hello. It's been a long time coming. We've actually talked about this for a very, very long time.
Really?
Yeah, and I've finally decided just put me on the show. And so I think this is kind of like the perfect plot point of people on the spectrum, and that you're talking about it, and I'm really happy that you're actually getting into it. So this makes me happier probably more than you. So.
Oh wow.
And what's crazy is, yes, we've been talking about it for a while, but if you heard in the beginning, like it doesn't dawn on me. Like I don't sit here, like I view you as this extremely highly intelligent kid.
Aw.
But like I don't view you as someone that has, autism and is like on the spectrum, although I know that is your main thing, right? But before we get into all of that, I think we should, listen, let's let people find out who you are, right? So Dominic, you are how old?
I am 25.
Okay. And were you born with autism? Did it develop over time? Like, how did this come to be?
Funny enough, growing up, I always had it hard. I had a lot of special disabilities growing up. My IEP person couldn't figure out what I had. I was misdiagnosed my entire life with ADHD, dyslexia, and all that stuff. And I realized that when I was 19, that woman finally sat me down and said, "You have high-functioning autism."
Huh.
And I was like, it had
And
explained
how old
so
were you?
much. I was 19.
You were 19. That's a
And-
long time. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow. So you were 19. So I couldn't imagine you, because I know your mother, right? I know your mom. God bless her. I know your father. Amazing, right? So for them, like, I'm sure the struggle was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was very intense because, you know, they had a kid that they didn't know exactly what to do with in a lot of ways of, okay, so if he has this special need, then how do we make sure that he fits in? I never felt that I fit in with anybody, whether if they were normies or neurotypicals or just straight autistics or just didn't get me. They found me either annoying or they just couldn't understand me because of my problem with social cues growing up. And it was just terrible because, you know, I'd say something without realizing that I said something wrong in normality and to a regular person, or just say it because, oh, that's what's on my mind. And at the very moment in time, like, oh, this is on my mind, I got to say it.
Yeah.
So I was very, very kind of brought in a household where it was just all love, it didn't matter what you are, it only mattered who you are. I don't care. Again, I don't care what you are. And it kind of just played and made the path and pivot towards me to the person I am today. And I care about everybody. I love everybody. And I don't care what you are. I will love you for being you. And I want that to hit a point with everybody that watches this. And I hope the world can be more like that in more ways than one.
So home life was good, but outside home life was tough.
Correct.
So like dealing with kids your age, you might say like, oh, I kind of find you dumb. But you didn't understand that, you know, that's kind of like too forward kind of stuff. Is that what you mean by that?
In more ways than one,
Yeah.
yes. At home, it was great. My parents, loving, caring, supportive as all get out, as any parent should be.
Yeah.
And then I hit school, and I was bullied because I was different.
Yeah.
And right when my parents got divorced, it was at the end of 5th grade, and I remember, I'll never forget this for as long as I live. I was in class, and I had my head down, and my parents just told me either the day before or the morning of, and I was just so sad about it. Like any kid would be so sad about their parents breaking up. And I was sitting there and heads on the table, and I'm not into the mood, whatever. My teachers know me as the loving, energetic person that I am, and I was out of it. So my teacher comes up to me, and she's just like, hey, are you okay, Dominic? I'm like, no. And she's like, why? My parents are getting divorced. And she just said, okay. And she just left me alone.
Left it alone, yeah.
And she was very kind about it. And my horrible excuse of a human being bully behind me, Dylan, heard it. And
I love how he named him. That's awesome.
And at lunchtime, you know, he'd antagonize me and do all this. I'm not a violent person. By default, I am not a violent person. That's not how I was raised.
Yeah.
And I'm very refined and very bound, I guess, boundary-wise these days, especially physically, where I can't hurt anybody. And I've always loved that about me and hated it at the same time. Like, don't push my buttons.
Yeah.
And at lunchtime, he comes up to me and Dylan says, hey, you know what's funny, Dom? I'm like, what? Divorce. Just straight up cried. And I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't handle it because this was so new to me and this was so heartbreaking to me. And as a child, you go through the motions. Yeah. And, you know, it's hard for any child. But for a person like me with autism, it hits me differently because I'm far more emotional than the average person. And, you know, when people say that, oh, people are autistic, they might not feel all that emotion, it's the exact opposite. We feel it, but we just don't know how to show it most of the time.
Or explain it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's hard because for me, growing up, it's very hard to express myself because I struggled with words. I had a speech impediment. I had a speech delay. No, not an impediment. I had a speech delay, and I slurred my words all the time. But hey, 10 years of speech therapy, I'm here now. And I just don't realize that I had it so much better than most autistics because, you know, your parents work and work and work, especially my mom. She hustled hustled and hustled and hustled for everything I needed. She schooled the school district for what I needed and put me first in front of everybody else.
Good job, Mom.
Even before her very own relationship with my dad.
Yeah.
And even crazier.
And not to interrupt you, I'm so sorry, but yes, your mother is a one of a kind. She is a hardworking person. Your mom is the epitome of, like, in movies when they write about a mother's love, right? I know that side because I have conversations with your mom, right? Your mom would do anything for you, and you know that, right? You just said it. And your father also, right? I don't really have that close of a relationship with your dad. I know him. He's great, right? It's fun. He lets us go to concerts.
Yes.
But your mom, I have a closer relationship with, and that's how you and I were introduced. I was introduced, through your mother to you when you were 12. Wow. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
Because I took boxing classes with his mom.
Okay.
And you develop a camaraderie with people when you're boxing and you're sweating, you start to learn other people's stories. And she's, oh, this is my son Dominic. I just don't remember at the time, though, if she had introduced you as having autism. Because you're right, we didn't know yet. You were 12. So maybe that's why that I never really kind of considered you and put you into that social category as being on the spectrum, right? But over the years, we have gotten closer, you and I. We've gone to concerts. We've gone to movies. We've done certain things because I think you're hilarious. I think that you are so, I don't want to say, but smart. I think you're so smart, and that's why I wanted to have you on, because I wanted people to see that, yes, there's love on the spectrum, but there's also everyday people that are on the spectrum, and that's who you are. You're an everyday person. Not to dumb you down. Don't get it confused.
How dare you?
But I But I wanted people to see, and I wanted people to love you the way that I love you.
Aww.
And
I
that's,
don't think that's possible. I'm going to say it right now. That's not possible.
You're so crazy. Yes, it is possible because, somebody will see this, and that's the point. Somebody that maybe has autism. I love that you told the story about how you were bullied, because although we probably have been bullied in our life, right?
Yes.
It's you still experience every single thing that what you call a normie. I've never actually even heard that before. This is the first time that I've ever heard someone on the spectrum say and classify us, right? Because we always say, oh, they're on the spectrum. Oh, they're autistic,
Oh,
right?
you guys are normies.
We're normies, right? And I'm like,
I wouldn't get it.
oh my God, right?
The difference between people's normality is so different than how it was back in the day versus today. It's
correct,
crazy.
which is so interesting. So that was something that I just learned new as he was talking about it, and that's what I love. I always learn something new from Dominic, and moving forward from all that, you have many talents.
Oh, he does.
Yes, I do.
Yes, Dominic is extremely talented. I mean, when I moved to Montecito, I didn't know how to put my TV back together, even though I took photos of everything behind. I thought I had all the cords. I thought I had everything. And he came in, and I had been sitting there, and I was like, I don't know what this does.
Did he go like
I don't know
this?
what this does. Yeah.
Turn on.
Literally. No, he literally was like, and he was going on and on and on and on. He was telling me all these different things, and he was pulling cords out, and he went boop, boop, boop. He's like, yep, that's it. And up flashes the logo, and I'm like, oh my God.
You're an old man.
I'm an old man.
He's an old man, and he doesn't want to admit
Oh
it.
my God, I'm an old man. But it gets even better. So then I asked him, hey, I have a really good friend, and I used to, I was her caretaker for a while, and we're still very good friends. She's a wonderful woman, and she's always so kind to me. And so she goes, oh, mijo, my internet's out. And I was like, oh, I know a guy. I know. And so I picked him up, and the poor thing, he had worked like all day. And, listen, I realize now, not that your mental capacity is low, but like when you're busy working and you're fixing problems, the last thing you want to do is come and help me fix my problem with a friend who...
Exact opposite.
Really?
I want to. I love that. I love helping people, as many as I can.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
my whole mentality about life. That's how I was raised. And I want to help as much people as I humanly can, because I love that. You may not seem like my mental capacity is all there, but I'm all for an adventure, even if I was just hustling all day. I don't care. Put me in the car. Let's go for a 9-year drive. I don't care. Let's go.
So I pick him up, right, from work, because you don't drive, right?
No,
and
I
that's
cannot.
because of the epilepsy.
Yes, it's the fear of driving in the event if I were to have an epileptic seizure for whatever reason, and I could
Correct.
possibly kill somebody accidentally.
Oh.
But it is my fault, even though it is not my fault.
Huh.
So I don't need that on my conscience.
Yeah.
I don't want that on my conscience, and my parents are perfectly okay with it. I just skateboard everywhere, and they just take me to work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I picked him up from work, and we drove to Reseda, which is it was traffic and
Like
the
an
poor
hour
thing.
drive.
It was definitely a good hour or whatever. I was like, oh my god.
I
And
fell
we were-
asleep.
I mean, yeah, he did. He fell asleep. We get there, and she was already on the phone with the cable company.
Spectrum.
And they were trying to like troubleshoot and do all these different things, right? So
And he
this
just went in there and
well, no, it
Try
gets
it.
better. He goes in, and she's trying to explain to him, and he's going, "Oh, this is gonna burn your house down," right? He's like,
This
and
is a
then-
fire hazard.
This is a fire
woman.
hazard. And he's
Yes.
like, this is so old, this modem, that like it's gonna kill you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And he was so blunt and so like there was, and I think with anybody else, because she looked at me like, oh my god, what
do you mean?
What do you mean? Right? And I was like, no, it's fine. This is the way he talks.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
There's no sugarcoating it with Dominic, and
Yeah.
it goes back to love on the spectrum, dating, and
I kind of
right?
respect that though, because you know
Exactly.
why? We don't have to figure out what's going on. Like you're gonna tell us.
I'm just blunt as it could be.
It just makes it easier.
Exactly.
Because so many people try to hide that and they try to give it to me straight. I respect somebody who gives it to me straight.
Yeah, you got to question their sanity in
Yeah.
order for them to be like, "Are you hinting at something?" Because
Yes.
I don't understand
Yes,
what you're saying.
just say it.
Exactly.
The best part that I was so impressed that you are my friend, and this was the part that was the most impressive. He sat down. He goes, "Give me the phone," right? All butch, right? He goes, "Give me the phone." He takes the phone from her and he goes, "Hi, who am I talking to?" And right, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm whatever his name was."
I'm someone from Spectrum. I'm that
Yeah.
one guy from
He
Spectrum.
goes, "Okay, all right, listen, Spectrum guy." Right? He's like, and he goes over and he goes, "All right, so here's what we are." He's like, I got this, whatever, the modem 9000, whatever, 2000.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I've
yeah.
got the cable that, whatever. And he starts going over all the equipment. And the guy's like, you could tell the guy was like, oh shit, this kid knows what he's talking about, right? And then Dominic's like, oh, let me see, hold on, I'm gonna check the printer. And he's going through his checklist of things. And I'm just sitting back and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, this was beyond impressive. It was so impressive. And even my friend, she was like, oh my God, mijo. She's like, it's overwhelming. It was overwhelming for her.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, wow, this is crazy, right? It was like Minority Report.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know Minority Report when Tom Cruise is over there, they're trying to figure out who the murderer is, and they're moving things around, and it's all in the air. And yes, it was sci-fi, but it was almost like living sci-fi in front of you. And I didn't know what the hell he was saying.
He was saying
He
it's
was
all
like,
technical.
oh, well, this is the morphosis of the torphosis, and
Yeah.
it's this and this and this. And the guy, he's like, oh, here, test it. He tested Spectrum guy. Right? So then the guy was like, so he was running
the show.
the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it really was a show. And in the end, and I have to let Dominic reveal this.
Oh, please, please.
In the end, after troubleshooting, Dominic, what was the issue?
So first of all, the Wi-Fi. First off, the wrong power supply was plugged into the wrong monitor, the modem, and then I look at the PC, and I look down and I see her all-in-one, and I'm like, oh, I understand. So I look up just past the monitor, and I'm like, there's the PC, and I feel around for the power button. I'm like.
There it is.
And then it just turns on, and I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, it's the easiest problems
Always.
that are with
It
the
was-
older generation. It's hilarious.
It was
Always.
the power button
It was a power
for the
button.
screen. But here, to defend her,
She didn't know. She didn't know.
she didn't know because she had turned it on and never turned it
Turned it
off.
off, yeah.
And because it lost power,
Yeah.
that's the only reason why she didn't know what was going on.
Got
Now, granted,
it.
there were other issues.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Spectrum still needed to come out
Send out a
and-
new modem apparently.
and get her a new modem,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they needed like a whole upgrade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it was so amazing to watch you in action, right? And then she took him out to dinner, and he was so happy. Orange chicken.
I just want orange chicken and white rice. Give me. Let's go to Panda Express.
It's just
people.
like me.
And the
Yes.
funny part was, for again, my point of view was he went from this like highly motivated, intelligent person that was, this, right? And then to orange chicken and rice, and he was like,
Yep. He's like, I'm happy now. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
am
little
so
reward.
happy. If he had been in a stool, his legs would have been going back and forth kicking because he was so happy.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's so simple.
Yeah.
Right? Not that he's simple, but sometimes things are, in terms when you troubleshoot and there's problems, it's so simple.
Oh, yeah.
So moving forward from that, it was very empowering for me. And it was very, like, wow, if Dominic can do things like that, we all can, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, I'm getting along, I'm getting older. And that's why we're talking about today, the Love on the Spectrum ignited me because I'm looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Dominic struggles with relationships.
Oh, don't even get me started.
So, without being too nosy, like, are you in a relationship right now?
I wish. I wish.
Okay, so I wish too. So you see, that's the whole thing. It's like, even though I'm a normie, or maybe I'm not, I don't know.
To me, you are, yes.
Yeah,
to me, you definitely are.
to you, I'm a normie, and to you, you're on the spectrum. To me, you're on the spectrum, right? But we still have the same. And then there's Louie.
Yes.
Well, we don't need to talk about Lubu, okay? He's just his own little fuzzy bear over
And
here,
that's
okay?
part of it. That we share the same story plot lines.
You
if
also,
you will.
well, actually, all three of us, we share divorced parents.
Really?
Oh,
Correct.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I've always realized growing up that I got along with people who had divorced parents. It's like, it's an unspoken thing that we all kind of just seem to get along. And it's kind of weird, but I always kind of tend to have an issue with people who don't have divorced parents. It's like they don't really understand myself or what I'm going through. So
They don't understand the hardship, of
Yes.
course. The hardship of having to grow up with two parents in two different houses.
and having to drive from one weekend to the other and dealing
Absolutely.
with the drama. I don't want to pick up my kid or, oh, well, you were supposed to be here at this time. And being caught in the middle because you love your parents, right?
Here's the thing about me is that I never had that problem.
That's good.
I never had that problem
That's
of
good.
my parent was supposed to pick me up at this point in time. They were very vocal about, okay, so if you can't pick him up, then I'll pick him up at this time. It's fine.
Yeah.
My parents are so in the loop with each other about me specifically that I was always priority number one.
That's good.
It didn't matter what my parents were doing. I was priority number one. Who was going to pick up Dominic from school today? That was priority number one.
Now, are you
Who
an only
can?
child?
I am not. I have
Oh, wow.
a sister who is 3 years and 3 days older than me and is world smarter than me academically.
Is she autistic at all?
No, she's
Oh,
not.
okay.
She's actually a lot like my dad logically.
Okay.
Has a little bit of a missing emotions where I have all of the emotions,
Huh.
which is crazy to think about. And my mom gave me all the emotions. My dad gave me my logical side. And for me as a person, I've always loved hugs, as you know, Teddy
Yes.
Sugar Bear. Yes.
Yes. And you
Yes.
called me Sugar Bear, and we will explain what that means.
Yes, indeed. I cannot wait for it. So growing up, I was always not only priority number one, but they never need to worry about Ari because she was so academically gifted. She's an academic scholar. They never needed to worry about her academically. And they never needed to worry about either of us partying at night, getting drunk, getting stoned. We never did any of that. We were never rebellious kids. We were just like, okay, son, we don't like this. Change it. Okay, how do I do that? Can you give me the information? Because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. So we were very vocal about, okay, sure, here are the tools that you need vocally, and here are the tools that you need to do of how to do this about what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Because how are you supposed to know something if somebody doesn't fucking tell you?
Yeah.
Like,
No, that
honestly.
makes sense.
I mean,
Makes sense.
And I've had that problem my whole life, where people assume that I should know things, right? But
Well-
I don't know if you don't tell me.
Well, that's true, but but going back to fortify what you said about your sister, maybe they didn't have to tell her, but they have to tell you because you are different. While you have all the emotions, sometimes you need to be told what emotion to use.
Exactly.
Right. And speaking of emotions, we have to talk about when we first met because you love giving people nicknames.
I
right?
do. I
Now,
do.
why do you like giving people nicknames?
So it goes with a mentality of my love for superheroes, actually.
Oh,
And most
interesting.
people don't know that. And I'm a big Batman diehard fan
Okay.
and man of 1,000 voices.
Really? I wouldn't have ever guessed.
I
As he's
know.
wearing the shirt.
I don't think you can. I don't think the shirt is bright enough, people. I'm not sure if the shirt is bright enough. But it goes with the reason why I named you Sugar Bear is because there's a little Ryan Reynolds movie named Deadpool 2.
Yes.
And in the movie, he calls the older gentleman Peter
Sugar Bear.
So I immediately.
He's your Peter?
Exactly. This man gets me. Oh my God.
He's your Peter, bro.
Not only that.
You know Peter dies in part 2.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
No.
Doesn't he get... Oh, no, that's the other one who gets chopped up inside the...
Yes, there you go.
You're right.
That was the other guy that looked like Channing Tatum, but wasn't Channing Tatum.
You're right.
That was the ninja guy. He was apparently, I don't know. So basically, and then it even reinforced that ideology when Deadpool 3 came out, or Deadpool and Wolverine, where Peter comes back.
Yes.
And he's still being
right.
called Sugar Bear. And then at the very end of the movie, or somewhere around the end, Peter comes out of nowhere dressed as Deadpool, and he's just like, "No worries, guys, he's with me."
Yeah,
and everybody's just
Peter
like, "Oh my God, it's Peter!" And everybody's, "Wait, what?" And then our Deadpool is just like, "Wait, you know Peter? Peter's a legend in every universe."
Yep.
And I'm just sitting there like, that's my Sugar Bear on the big screen.
So he calls me Sugar Bear, and so his mom calls me Sugar. Everyone calls me Sugar Bear now.
That is so funny.
So listen, I grew up nicknames in my family. They call me D. And like when you said when we were setting up, and you go, "Hey Debo," and he goes, "Debo?" Like, what is that? Like it was so foreign to him, right? Because he knows me as Sugar Bear. So I love my nickname. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, put it on the record. Put it on social media. Throw it on Reddit.
Sugar Bear.
I did justice by this man.
Sort of name the episode Sugar
Yeah, you
Bear.
should name that. There you go.
Yes.
You should name the episode Sugar Bear. Oh my God. You see, and that's what I wanted people to see. And it's your infectious personality, your love for everybody. Because I love everybody, although mine sometimes gets lost in translation. But yours is pure. It's genuine. You were raised with love. You came from love, and you give love.
And it's very innocent.
I would not know.
Yeah.
I
very
really
innocent.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because that's my entire ideology on life.
And that is the reason why I wanted to have you on the show.
No.
And so I hope that you all enjoyed listening to the most amazing Dominic. And if you need any type of technical support, reach out to us.
Yes, I'll answer all of the questions, I promise.
Dominic will take care of all of it. So with that being said, thank you, Dominic, for being on the episode for today. And thank you to Louie. We should always thank him. And thank you, Danny. Oh, my God, with me? What? Okay, thank you. Oh, my autism is showing.
I thought it was multiple personalities, but okay.
Oh, damn. Maybe I have that too. So everybody have a great week. And remember to always do it like Danny.